What's up, guys? It's Jughead here, just a down-to-earth guy trying to bring you some down-to-earth content. Welcome back to my Let's Watch One Piece series. Today, we're going to be watching at least episodes 17 and 18. That's how I'm going to say it from now on, because you know, sometimes we do 2 episodes, sometimes we do 3 episodes, depending on whether there's a cliffhanger or not. And I don't want to be left on a cliffhanger. I don't want us all to be left off on cliffhanger. So I'm going to just say 2 episodes. Maybe I'll throw in that 3rd episode as a bonus like we've been doing. So episode 17 and 18, at least today. Again, don't know the titles of the episodes because we don't like those spoilers. We don't like to know the plot before it happens. It's been a while since the One Piece series has been going on. In my latest Hunter x Hunter episode, in the description, I had some, sit down grown-up time to discuss why I've been gone. So if you're curious with that, you can just check out my little paragraph that I did in the comments there, even if you don't care about Hunter x Hunter. Don't worry though, I got a top tier memory. Episodes 14 and 16, episode 14, 15, 16, I remember clearly, no worries about that. The main takeaway from those episodes, or the main quote that really stuck with me over those episodes, which Luffy got angry about, when he said, "Who do you take your friends for?" That is what I want to see played out today, because we're going to see how it ends, Kuro versus Luffy. And now that we know that other people have their own techniques, have their own maneuvers, have their own abilities, Kuro has his pussyfoot maneuver and then his out of the back attack. So Luffy's not the only one who has his own abilities and techniques and such, or it's not just our protagonists, we have our antagonists and the people we're going to be facing up against who have tricks up their sleeve. They got a nice deck in their hands too. That really sounded like dick. I swear they had an E in it. A deck in their hands, not dick in their hands. Good deck in their hands. So episode 17 and 18. Let's see. I don't want to talk as much because I just want to get into it. But let's see what Luffy means when he gets angry at, who do you take your friends for? What's he gonna do? Because we know what he takes his friends for, and the posse around him, the morals or the anti-hero, hero, non-hero roles that they fulfill. Let's see how Kuro goes down, if he goes down. Who's going down? Because, I like that One Piece can be pretty unpredictable like that. So, I will see you in 2 seconds. So, One Piece episode 17. Before we get started, before we jump in, hit that like button to support the series if you enjoy it, and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Join us on our journey here together. And with that out of the way, in 3, 2, 1, let's play. Holy shit, this is loud. I don't need it that loud. Holy shit. Okay. Yeah, it's not the most efficient. I wonder if he gets tired from doing that. He kills everybody in his path, even his friends or his crew. Got a couple hits on Luffy, but going to let you taste plenty of fear. He has some hard lines. I love the script writing in One Piece. Because like dialogue or One Piece can either be cringy or corny or too serious. It really blends. When you want to have humor, you got humor. When you want to be like, damn, that was cold, they know how to do it. He's straddling him. Keep him from moving. Keep him from doing the... Your 3-year plan foiled by a rubber kid straddling you like a horse. Come on, little kids, come to the rescue. Right up the ass. Just, Oh, I forgot Zoro was coming. Save your girl. Yep. Loyalty only goes so far. You're killing your own crew, and you're willing to kill your own crew. Root for the guy. Root for the other guy. But Luffy don't want to be cheered on. They have no right to cheer for him. I can understand that. Just going back and forth. Oh! He lost the shades. Uh-oh, what's he about to do? What's he about to do? Oh, never mind. His life flashed before his eyes, his past 3 years, as he gets his bell rung. Break a couple teeth like that. Now he's really lost his glasses. That's a concussion. Luffy don't feel dizzy after that. Kuro's concussed. Is he dead? Woo! He's stronger than the Navy. Monkey D. Luffy. Hell yeah. Spread it far and wide. Remember that name. Let me write that quote down in my notes, right? Usually I'm good at remembering quotes and such, but I need to write that in my notes right now. She got the treasure in hand. Who do you hate? They're wrong. That's not how friends should act. They can be. Hey, let's have a discussion here. Huh? Oh, more standard as in the stereotypical pirate. Well, let's have Luffy change your outlook, change your viewpoint. Yeah, those kids want to talk about their honor and their valor. A hero doesn't want to be a hero. A hero just becomes one. No need to scare everyone with something that's already over. What's the point? That's a hero right there. But he can carry the weight. You don't need that fame or that acceptance. You don't do it for those reasons. Does he get the girl, though? They love him. They love him. It ain't the same. It's like the rooster in the morning to get everything started. They look forward to it. They love him. I love that. So do they just go away on their ship with the entire front of it ripped off? How do you float away like that? Interesting. If I'm looking away from the TV, I mean the monitor, watching, it's because I'm writing notes. It helps me, instead of having to watch, I still watch it again on my own to catch things that I might have missed or to really understand, pause, and analyze more, but it helps me to take notes in the moment now, too. Now, Usopp, let's join. You guys are gonna protect the island from now on. You guys are true pirates. Protect the island. I'm gonna go with my friends here. Find my father. You're grown up now. Being a man, it's not about age. Okay, so they're 9. There we go. Hell yeah. I just realized my lights aren't on. It's about to get real bright for a second. There, some better lighting. Just realized I didn't turn my lights on. I was like, why am I looking so dark? Is it too dark with this? I'll do that. I'll do that. Or a woman. Or a woman. Calling to you. Embrace your destiny. I would love for you to find your dad, but also become your own person. He loves it so much that he wants to protect it by not being there anymore. They're gonna miss you. One of you take up the mantle as the boy who cried wolf. Flashback. So how old is Usopp? If the kids are 9, is he like 17, 18? Man, what can happen in 5 years? I wish I knew we were in the good old days before we actually left them. Everybody's got to move on eventually, man. You two will grow up and leave this island. Maybe. That would be cool. Because this show has been running for so long, this anime manga. What if they grow up and we see them again? I don't know. I'm 18 episodes into a 1,000 episode anime, so who knows? Never let the fires of your ambitions go out. That's another quote to use. Disbanded. Oh yeah, because it's called the Usopp Pirates. Of Form your own. Three Musketeers. So meshi in Japanese is food. I'm slowly learning. Exactly. Go out and socialize a bit. I even love the background of like the knives and forks and the plates and people talking. It's not just, I love that little attention to detail that kind of drops you into the room. I like that. Has he always just lived on his own? Oh, I was hoping to see maybe some memories of his father or something. But... Damn, that's a big-ass bag. You see those bags at the airport and people still trying to put them in the overhead compartments? Like, bitch, pay the $30. Literally, that's how people be at the airport. And then surprised when their bag goes over the weight limit. Like... his face. Oh, he healed. He's alive. Yay. I have no idea what he's talking about. I don't know ship talk. I don't know. It's a lot of inside baseball for me. They're not gonna listen. Yeah, she's the navigator. They don't know that. Luffy just this way. And then give Usopp a little tiny ship. Wait, what was that comment? Let me go back. Let me go back. Let me go back. Loaded with everything you might need on a voyage. Thanks, it leaves nothing to be tired. That leaves... Oh. Boom! Stop him. Yeah, don't destroy the ship, man. Right in the face. Join the crew. Change his life around. Hell yeah. I need to read that again. I was writing notes. That's hilarious. Oh, that's what he meant. Why start on your own, all by yourself? We can have friends with you. No, you don't. Hell yeah. Damn, look at that front cannon. Jeez. I would like to see how if or however they upgrade that ship in the future. Will it always have that front? I forget what's the front of the ship called that has the head or like the design. That'll change. Change the flags on the masts to their own design. Upgrade the ship with more cannons or something. Will it always be that ship? Or will that ship get destroyed and then you have to get a new ship? There's 1,000 episodes, who knows? Did you hold your feelings in, goddammit? Right, ooh. His mother passed away. Was that shortly after or shortly before? Fuck, no! Shortly after. Damn, that sucks. So that's where it all started. Won't be coming back because I'm not getting better. Oh. Because we made you. Okay, this is sad. I'm getting in my feels now. Man, I did not expect this to get so emotional. Damn. And it's been that long because he was so little, and now look how grown up he is. Yep, the lie also contains his wish. You guys connected over that tragedy. I kind of do like that it doesn't go the romantic route, and they're kind of just friends. Not everything has to be romantic. Like, when it's kind of natural, you're like, ooh, are they gonna hug? Are they gonna kiss? Are they gonna share their feelings before he leaves? Doesn't have to be that way. Hell yeah, we love to see it. What's your new name? Oh. That's cute. That's super cute. Ooh. Find that legendary medicine? Or will he find it? And that'll be sad. You find the legendary medicine, so it is real, but you found it too late and you couldn't save your mother. That's sad as hell. So, I assume that arc is officially over, or that mini arc. We are moving on. We're back in the high seas. We've added our friend to the crew, Usopp. Episode 18, we are moving on. I almost feel like I'm not going to need to watch an episode 19 because I'm going to have so much I want to talk about with just episode 17. Wasn't a lot of action, but there's a lot of quotes, a lot of dialogue and exposition that I just want to, go through my mind and talk about. That was very powerful and I don't know, emotional, very personable that I really liked. Like some depth to the story that made it more human. That's what I really liked about that episode. I'm going to want to talk about that. Let's see where we're moving into episode 18. If there's no cliffhanger or not a big one, then I think we're going to deal with episode 18, 17, and 18 today. If it's really like, oh, come on, you're making me have to watch episode 19, then we'll do that too. But with that said, 3, 2, 1, episode 18, let's go. Let's watch is the title of my series. Ooh, is that oh. I was like, is that like a telescope looking at them? Like who's looking at us? Is he all serious now? Of the Going Merry. There we go. There. Kind of fucked up the jaw a bit. Yeah, replace that kind of childish flag. You fucked up the mouth. Let's maybe start that over. Who's the artist in the group? Oh, God. What are you gonna draw? Ooh, our very own Basquiat? Dear God, what's it gonna be? There we go. Eh, eh. There we go. That's the one I know from the opening. There we go. Are they gonna change it? Going Merry don't sound so intimidating. Oh, I didn't read it. Uh-oh. I hear thunder. What the hell is that? That don't seem natural. What place? Let's fill us in. Legendary Treasure Island or New Ark. Like what? Okay. Okay, but you got a devil fruit power. So let's balance out God's wrath with devil fruit power. Devil, God, and we make it. Yeah, I was hoping, hopefully our crew actually knows how to operate a ship. Ugh. Now I'm gonna turn on this light because it's getting kind of dark. So I'm gonna turn that on. Let me turn it down. Boom. Yeah, what if everybody's taken the treasure already? Then it's not really Treasure Island anymore. Jesus. Like a Kong Skull Island. I don't like that. I don't like that. Nobody cares. Ew, what the fuck? A bunny snake? Please be a normal dog. Please be a normal dog. Of course not. It's a fucking rooster dog. What the hell? Was that a panda bat? What is this? I'd be like, Zoro, get the fuck up. Yeah, you ain't God. You supposed to be omniscient. You should already know. Why are you asking questions? Dude, what the... What weird experiments are going on here? Wait, these are all humans? That actually scared me. What the hell? You're not a god. Yep, you're not a god. If you're God, you should have created the devil fruit powers. What do you do? You're giving yourself up. Omniscient my ass. Nice. Oh, there you are. Let's snatch him. Well, that was badass. Someone pick up the gun. There you go. Save that pistol for later. Get some weapons. Who is this? Who is our newest character? Is he hiding in a bush or is he half bush? He looks like the mushroom. Not. He looks like the thing from Mario. she a pet-looking ass? I'm still confused. Is he a bush? Or is he still hiding in the bush? Huh. So those are technically humans licking you. Or what's going on? $20? Damn. Ah, so you just really prepared. So you meet people for the first time and play God. It's a real good way to make friends. To shoo them away. Break the box. Why wouldn't you just break the treasure box? That literally makes no sense. Huh? This guy's annoying. I'd be like, okay, I can't help you. Goodbye. Yeah, the fact they even tried to help him probably speaks a lot. He said the thing. He said it. Ew. Scrub brush guy. Nice. She should know. Yeah, that just sounds so easy. Because he's the main character. Of course he has the best luck. Is he falling in love with her? Oh. Wait, what? Oh. Hell yeah. Okay, let's get some lore. How'd you end up in a goddamn box? Oh, is he the captain? Oh, did they get mad? And shove in a box? Mad that he wasted their time or what? Oh, never mind. Different guy. And there's gonna be the treasure box there. Oh, God. Oh, he fell in the box. What? Honestly, I was expecting a different backstory. How do you just get stuck in a box? I thought it was going to be some sort of like magic or enchantment. Like your curse for getting the treasure or obtaining it is now you're stuck in the box or something. Not you just fell in a box. Watch it be fucking empty. Fair. Hey, that's kind of surprising of Luffy. Fair is fair. He found it first. So you're changing your stance a little bit. So everything's on a spectrum, right? Just like how pirates can be on a spectrum? Interesting. What the fuck is... Okay, turtle, cow. Why is it so fucking big? That's a dinosaur. That don't even make sense. "20 years waiting just for today." And they're not going to be up there. What's going to happen? There's nothing up here. Was he seeing things? Why does he look different? What's happening? Has something overcome him? Or was he lying to get to the treasure? This don't feel like Luffy. Something's happened. Huh? Oh. Damn. He didn't want to bring it down to not hurt his feelings, so he didn't have to see it for himself. Yeah, better late than never. Better late than never. Hey! I was not expecting this. I like this. I was not expecting this at all. What a good guy. Not a hero, as you guys say, but he's a good guy. Oh, he wants to stay. The animals. His animals. Yeah, you feel free. Nothing's like bounding to this place other than your own like free will. This episode was awesome. A lot of meaning behind these two episodes. I like that. This was obviously filler, I suppose. But hey, if filler's like this, I'll enjoy it. Filler can be good when done right. Hell yeah. No cliffhanger, we're doing 2 episodes today. And now we shall discuss those 2 episodes. Okay, let's discuss. These might be my 2 favorite episodes to date. Top 5 for sure, simply for the exposition and meaning that was heavily behind each one of these episodes. One Piece is new on my channel, relatively, but I've been saying this since the beginning of my channel in film and shows that dialogue and characterization, those slow, extensive moments that are deep in dialogue, deep in character growth, deep in all that symbolism and allegory and all that, will always be more important to me than action. So to absorb and take in so much meaning and archetypal storytelling in these 2 episodes, it really shows me the potential of One Piece, shows me its true heart. The lessons we learn, the things you can take away, the quotes you'll remember, and all that jazz. I think episode 17 in particular serves as sort of a checkpoint you have to reach when you begin One Piece. Anime lovers, but who are wary of pursuing such a long series, episode 17 lets you know the journey is worth it and it's going to be a good one. People who call it mid piece or hate on One Piece, if you hate it after watching episode 17, I think you're just going to be a hater in general. You don't like anime. You don't like anything, really. You're kind of just a miserable person that hates things just as a toxic personality trait. So we ignore those people in all facets of everything. Those people don't like anything. They don't like the air they breathe. And then, like me, who wanted to watch One Piece, I've always loved the art of animation in general, but mostly from the West because I was never exposed to anime before. Quickly have fallen in love with anime. I have quite a few under my belt now. I knew One Piece was a mountain I would have to and want to conquer if I could truly one day consider myself on this channel a positive and trusting authority on the medium as I think I am when it comes to film and TV. And I dismissed all the things I ever heard about it. It's like watching episode 17 is the checkpoint that teaches you the overall life lesson that you should never follow what you hear about something and just let yourself be pleasantly surprised or just come to all conclusions on your own. There was so much to learn from and about each character. Each individual had at least one important key line I had to write in my notes to not just understanding them as a character more, but the world they're inhabiting. It really makes you then appreciate the fact you need good writers to create those lines, to create that script, good actors to express those words, and good illustration, good animation to convey those actions with said words. And that's why I really love these two episodes. The writing was superb, the voice actors delivered those lines perfectly, and tied with the illustrations, made you feel those emotions. Like, in some games or movies slash shows, you can tell the writers were trying to get you to feel some emotion, but the writing or the tone or the acting itself, I don't even know. It was just so not on par. It's like awkward to have to go through it. But then you get those masterpieces that get that out of you like they weren't even trying and you didn't even know it was coming out of you. They just hit that spot so perfectly. And that's what good anime has done to me more than any other medium has in recent memory. Immediately off the bat, Luffy continues to let his feelings be known, very verbal. We learned more about Luffy's outlook on friends and honor, what it means to not only be a pirate, but be a friend. He has absolutely no respect for Kuro. To him, he isn't a pirate at all, but a disgrace, a sorry excuse who should be ashamed to even consider himself one. Luffy, he's insulted. This guy thinks he could even call himself and consider himself what Luffy wants to be. Kuro abandoned his crew, killed himself off in this selfish personal quest attempt to rob an innocent girl and escape with this wealth to live out the rest of his life in secrecy and relaxation. A true pirate would never drop his name or his title, would never abandon his name. The only time Luffy will ever abandon or let go of his name is the day he dies and when he lets go of everything else. Therefore, with the resolve Luffy has, we know how Luffy thinks when it comes to resolve. There's no way he could possibly lose to someone like Kuro who clearly doesn't possess not even a fraction of the same resolve Luffy does. As well as the way Kuro acts is simply not how friends act. You don't just abandon your friends, then go killing them mindlessly, no care in the world, no second thought, no mercy or heart. And like he said in the last episodes, who does he take his friends for? Luffy doesn't take his friends for granted or for less than who they are. They mean something to him. And being a friend to others himself, he would never act that way. That doesn't even compute to him. But interesting that he also said to Usopp, and Zoro said this too, that if Usopp hadn't done anything, he wouldn't have done anything either, which is interesting. At the same time, I understand what's meant by that, but also don't understand fully it enough that I don't want to misinterpret or wrongfully analyze their characters. So, are they trying to say that why help someone who can't help themselves? Or the fact that they did like him? He is an honorable guy. He won them over, but he hadn't. But if he didn't have the resolve to risk his life, they had no reason to, especially when this isn't their mess to deal with. But because he did do something, because he had that resolve, they liked him. They wanted to help him and wanted to protect him, wanted to jump in. They don't operate or live by should you should do this, you ought to do that. They don't operate or live by should. They aren't obligated to do anything. They don't feel like they owe anyone anything. They don't go by some honor code or anything really like that, or what's right. It's as simple as, hey, we like you. We want to help you. We felt like it. You won us over. You're on our side. We want to do this. We ain't going to do something out of the goodness of our dumb old hearts. Our conscience ain't telling us to do it because it's the right thing to do. We do something because we did something because you did, and we wanted to jump in behind you and have your back. That's how I'm interpreting it. You can correct me or corroborate or add on to that as you wish. But I gotta say, the more I watch Usopp, the more I love him. I understand the One Piece community is divided on him, so I've heard or been told in the comments, but I don't really understand why. I guess not yet. He's still new, because I really like him. I love what he stands for, and I love his hero role because we don't really have that. He's the inspiring one. He has a traumatic past, but remains resilient and positive. He's humble and courageous and always got something good to say. I love that once the battle was over, once the kids were safe, once Kaya was safe, once his town was safe, he didn't care about anything else. He doesn't care about his reputation. He doesn't care about his image, his status in the town. He doesn't even want the town knowing anything even happened. The people who were involved, the people closest to him, the ones he loves most, they know who he really is. They know the truth. All that's mattered. And that's enough for him. Like he said, there's no need to scare everyone over something that's already over. Let's move on. He's the utilitarian this way. What's better for the village, not what's just best for him. This is what is best for the village and its inhabitants. The villagers will never know just how much he did for them, and he'll never know just how much the villagers actually loved him and needed him in their own little special way either. Um, he became such a constant in their lives. Now they're heroes, even though they don't even know it. Kind of gives me some Dark Knight vibes a bit, just in the terms of that hero trope that I'm talking about. I'm sure you can tie in those quotes that we've heard in the Nolan trilogy as we can in One Piece. And then to have instilled such awesome values into those kids, they had a good role model. Even if he did make up stories, even if he was a liar, at the end of the day, he taught them to never let the fire of your ambitions go out. And I just think all of that makes him such a likable character. And now we have him embarking on his own journey, leaving the island to become a real pirate, not just like his father. I would love it if he meets his father again. Either he purposely goes looking for him, or when Luffy and Shanks meet up again, the two will reunite, maybe. And then Usopp will have grown and evolved into his own man, spitting image of his father, not just walking in those shoes. Um, a spitting image of his father, but at the same time, his own person. That's what I meant to say. And with that, I loved what he said to Kaya. I'm going to go out on all these adventures, and when I come back to see you, I'm going to have real stories to share with you that will sound more like lies than the actual ones I used to tell you. I'm excited for him. He was completely prepared to go off on his own, which I found both super funny, but also incredibly endearing too. He didn't want to be a burden. He didn't think anybody would want him. He's been so used to being on his own, he was prepared for life to just keep going that way. So when he told Luffy and crew he hopes to see them again soon, they're like, how come? What are you talking about? Shut up and get on board. So, while it was out of the question in Usopp's mind that he would be on his own to Luffy, Zoro, and Nami, it was out of the question that Usopp, their friend, would be coming with them. I love that. In big respect to Kaya, let's give Kaya some due. I don't know if there's meant to be some hint at romanticism between these two, between Usopp and Kaya. I don't think so. I only wonder because when Usopp left and she's sitting under the tree, saying she hates lying, and I think implies how she wanted to tell Usopp her feelings, but didn't, so that he could leave and do what he wanted. I may have interpreted that completely wrong, or maybe just not even paid attention correctly. Um, if it was her holding back her feelings for the sake of Usopp, then, damn. It reminds me of Initial D. Sorry for the spoilers here, but when Ikitani, I think that I remember that's his name, Ikitani finally builds up the courage to tell Mako he has feelings for her and loves her, wants to be in a relationship. He's had these feelings for a long time, but before he can get the words out, she shares her own feelings about how much she wants to be a professional racer, that it's her dream. So Ikitani doesn't tell her because he knew he and any relationship would get in the way of her achieving her dream. He didn't want to hold her back in any way, so decided not to tell her. And that was the last time the two ever saw each other. And it's sad, but that's life. Maybe Kaya did have feelings, I don't know, but then decided their companionship, their friendship was worth hanging on to more instead. And that's worth having for a lifetime than any romance that wouldn't. Everything in life is about letting go, and love is very complex and intricate and exists on a spectrum. I have my friendships both with my guy friends and with my girlfriends who I openly love very much. I tell them so, I express it physically too. Who knows when we'll see her again? He could be like his father and never return. And then to learn about Usopp's backstory, that hit hard. That's a get you in your feels moment for sure. His father left the island, and shortly after his father left, his mother passed away after being sick for some time. So I presume then his mother was sick already before his father left. Usopp in the flashback mentioned the rumored existence of this legendary medicine that can cure anything. So putting these pieces together, I'm guessing that his father might have left to go search for that legendary medicine to try and save his wife, vowing to return when he did, but he never could find it. And so I guess knew she must have passed away, or, the call of the sea, his love for the ocean, his love for being a pirate called to him more strongly and kept him out on the sea all these years. Um, Kind of like a Jing and Hunter x Hunter, and maybe and it is kind of like a Hunter x Hunter thing. The more I think about it, a situation with Gon and Jing, where Jing said he doesn't want his son to find him because if he has to face his son, it will be too much for him facing the son he abandoned. He doesn't want to face that. Maybe his father didn't return out of shame, not wanting to know if his son hated him or face that truth of his wife's passing, or doesn't want to face the son he abandoned. If he doesn't go back, he never has to face his son. And if he doesn't go back, he'll never know about his wife. It's better not knowing and, just continue to guess or hold out hope, hoping she's alive, than knowing for certain that she's not. I don't know. I could be creating these plot lines that are too deep. I'm just thinking. I'm just thinking where some really powerful storytelling could go. But that's what I was really kind of. That's what was really kind of heartbreaking about the whole thing. I called him the boy who cried wolf. I just pinned him as this obnoxious kid who likes to cause a ruckus and a chaos in the village for fun. He likes the attention for vain reasons. I think many first time watchers or readers might have thought the same, but then you discover what those townspeople already knew or felt or thought, that what he did was instead more so out of loneliness. He had an entire village, but ultimately no one. Both of his parents were gone. Within that lie of his, he would tell every day was a wish of his he would make every day as well, that pirates were indeed here on the island, but not just any pirates, that one of them would be his father, that finally returned. So, really, he had just been hanging on to this one wish for that long. And the villagers probably knew this too, and subconsciously went along with it. So, as much as it annoyed all of them, as we could see, they knew where it was coming from, and ultimately they missed him when he didn't come around. The village was as much a part of Usopp as Usopp was as much a part of everyone in the village. His past could be seen as over dramatic, but I don't see it that way. I love drama. I love emotion. Um, I love those hints and glimmers of what makes this series so loved. And I think that we got that here. And going back to Usopp and Kaya, I think that's why Usopp and Kaya exist better as platonic friends. They share this connection, this bond through tragedy, mutual tragedy. Kaya lost both her parents when she was very young. So did Usopp. He was magnetized to her in a way as a result. Both of them experienced the main reality of life, which is death and loss. And Usopp's philosophy stated, we fight to live, not to die. You fight, you keep trying, you keep going. Usopp might have been lying or telling these made up stories, but like Kaya herself said, Usopp spoke about the joy of living. That's what his stories were meant to convey. He didn't let tragedy overcome his spirit, and he helped Kaya stay afloat until she could do so herself. Where now Usopp can go off to find his father, find adventure, what he's been yearning for. Kaya can now find herself, what she's been yearning for. And the both have to do that independently from one another. But that friendship will live on and still be there waiting. You know, if they do reunite, they'll be two completely different people by then, but the friendship will likely pick up like they never left, like nothing happened, like no time passed. And those are the best friendships. I respect One Piece for valuing platonic friendship between the opposite sex. If anything, Oda was way ahead of the curve on that one because even to this day, a lot of characters end up romanticized, and it's a bummer in film, TV, uh, whatever you want in that medium. I'm not just talking anime. It's just like, why does romance and sexualization have to be so common amongst guys and girls, amongst men and women characters? If anything, that's even more unrealistic than a guy and a girl simply being friends, simply having this companionship, this platonic love, having a strong, strong friendship, and the character growth can then go off of this companionship, this platonic love, even sometimes like a sibling dynamic, to add maybe some comic relief in there. And that's what I love in Jujutsu Kaisen, for example. And it's what I don't like in Naruto in the younger years. Um, that's kind of what I also liked about Initial D, as I gave the example earlier, was portraying this honest, realistic idea of romance and young love. Life ain't a fairy tale, you know? And maybe at some point, Kaya will join Luffy's crew as their doctor. I doubt it very much that will happen, but, you know, I'm just throwing all my um, predictions out there. I think the whole deeper thing behind that is she wants to be the doctor for the island, help people since she was so helpless before, and maybe she can save someone, unlike Usopp's mother who couldn't be saved. She wants to prevent that from ever happening again. But what would be a real gut punch, you know, say Usopp finding that legendary medicine, the medicine his mother told him wasn't real, and his father wasn't coming back while she was on her deathbed. Um, Usopp proving it to be true. It does exist. He found it, but his father couldn't. Um, Only it was found too late to save his mother. Um, would be this sort of very melancholy moment to recall back to such an early episode and have this sense of ambivalence. Again, my Hunter x Hunter community knows this about me already. I like to make a lot of predictions and theories. You know, I write my own mini script in my head and see what I end up predicting correctly and what I get absolutely wrong. Some I like to see where I land on the dartboard eventually. Is it going to be a bullseye or am I going to go way off and hit the wall? I've made some insanely accurate predictions in Hunter x Hunter, but I've also have my fair share of just failures and complete overthinking, or vice versa, lack thereof, any thinking. So don't spoil anything for me, but let's all keep tabs on what I say. We'll see what I'm eventually correct or massively incorrect on. I think that lends it's fun. The only the funniest part of Usopp's backstory was the fact that Usopp got his nose from his mother. I was not expecting that at all, and I had to contain my chuckles so as to not ruin this emotional moment. When most of the frame on screen, most of her headshot was taken up by her fucking huge schnoz. Um, and then the only negative I would say, and it's not even a negative, like I'm not shit talking. I'm not being a negative Nancy here. I'm just gonna remark about how long that arc was. It did feel unnecessarily long at times. In my mind, I am like, okay, damn, okay. Finally, I didn't think this arc was never ever gonna end. They were really dragging this one out. The ending was enjoyable, so we'll take that. And the storytelling was superb, but the battle itself didn't need to be that long, especially when Luffy and Kuro barely fought one another for the most part. Um, and the sheep figurehead is not cool at all. We need to upgrade that as soon as possible with something that has a little more of the crew's personality. Just a personal opinion. Maybe an eagle with his wings spread, a lion head, even a mermaid would be pretty sick. Um, Episode 18, I'm not going to talk too much about. I wanted to focus most of our conversation on episode 17. That was the dense one, which I think I did successfully. I think I expressed my understanding of the characters quite well, conveyed my passion. I hope you can feel it, and how invested I am in the story. I like to make it, that I try really hard. I'm very passionate and enthusiastic. I'm not lazy about any of this. Um, I'm invested. Um, you get the idea of what this channel is all about. Episode 18, it was just a fun ride. It felt like a filler episode, but I checked my filler list, and the first filler episode isn't until somewhere like in the 50s. It felt oddly placed. Some of our cast felt a little misplaced. This episode had literally nothing to do with the previous, and I'm sure it will have nothing to do with episode 19 that's coming up next. So it's odd how this isn't considered filler, um, but I'm not complaining because it was really fun. I enjoyed watching it, and I still gained some takeaways. I don't hate filler. Um, I don't like to just automatically skip filler or automatically throw filler in the garbage bin. There has to be nuance to what filler is. If it's fun and if it's enjoyable, I still want to watch it. And of course, that's subjective. So it makes it hard if I ask you guys to suggest um, filler I should still watch and what I should skip because it's both because it is subjective. Yeah, it just makes it hard asking you guys what you should suggest filler wise, um, what I should skip because it's both not canon and not very good is the route we would obviously go. I guess the more we progress through the story, I'll watch more filler. I'll give them my ratings, my reviews, like I do here, and maybe you can then gauge what my taste and preferences are, so you can recommend more in the future. You'll get the idea of, I don't think Jughead, I don't think Evan is gonna like this filler, but I do think he would like this. Um, so we can include it, keep it in. But yeah, this episode was so random, but heartwarming at the same time. What was his name? Gaimon? Gaimon or Man? Gaimon? I don't remember. Bushman or whatever, okay? Bushman could work too, or Boxman. Box Bushman. I think it was Gaimon is his actual name, though. I don't know. He said he's seen people return from the Grand Line, and 20 years ago, he was a pirate himself on a crew on the search for the treasure is when he landed, which led him to this island. So going back so far in time makes me wonder if he has any connection or relationship to Roger. That's what I'm always assuming when you go so far back in time. Also, throughout the entire episode, I just realized they never even explained the mutated chimera animals we saw all over the place in this episode. Like, are we just gonna glance over that and not ask any questions? Because literally did not explain why there are rooster dogs and bunny snakes or cow turtles the size of brontosaurs. Um, okay, but I do have to say, thank God honestly, that Gaimon did not join the crew. I don't think I could endure him for much longer than this episode. He was fun, but in this small chunk. Any more, and he's liable to get very annoying. I did really like the takeaways from this episode, though. Gaimon had been protecting this treasure for so long, this treasure that trapped him in this box of his in the first place. When our crew arrives to the island, instead of taking it for themselves, they agree fair is fair. He can have this treasure. It's interesting to see how and when Luffy decides what is his to take and what is not. He even tries to get him out of the box. They even try to help him when Gaimon, I think himself, said, like, nobody's ever treated him this way. Nobody's treated him like a human being. And Luffy goes out of his way to try and get him out of the box, but also help him retrieve the treasure. However, when Luffy, when he gets to the top, he refuses to bring it down because he sees they're all empty. He doesn't want Gaimon to see. Luffy has his own way of being nice and thoughtful and kind in his own way. A lot like Usopp, only Luffy doesn't lie, obviously. Gaimon is thankful for this. He calls Luffy an awesome person. He knows what's going on. Luffy doesn't bring them down because there's no point, but he bluntly tells the truth. Yeah, they're all empty. And it's a great irony, as heartbreaking as it was for him to learn the treasure he's been protecting all these years didn't exist. He was freed freed learning the truth. You would think on the surface, obtaining treasure would free you to do whatever you want, have anything you want, with all that wealth. But actually, he wasn't free at all. He was physically trapped, ironically, in a treasure box, and spiritually trapped through his obsession over the treasure and not moving on with the rest of his life. It was only when he discovered the treasure wasn't real that he was freed from those shackles and free to live. It was only when he found out he had nothing that he could see he had everything he needed. That Rolling Stones song, you can't always get what you want, but you might find you get what you need. And he had his animals to protect. His previous obsession with materialism died, and his humanity remained. I thought it was powerful and creatively told. One of those archetypal life lessons we can all take certain things away with. So it may be considered filler, but this episode let me analyze and understand Luffy in a little more detail, as well as watch a wholesome message and have a fun time. So I think that's where I'm going to end the discussion today. We will be moving on for our next adventures in the next episodes with our newest crew member, Usopp. If you made it to the end, before you go, like the video to support the series, and subscribe if you haven't already to stay in the loop on our journey here together. Keep the conversation going down in the comments. Follow me on my socials. And remember, I always offer early access and exclusive Let's Watch series to my supporters over on Patreon. Having said all that, and with that said, so long, farewell, until next time, thank you, stay dangerous, be yourself, and I hope you have a good one.